Hi, good day all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel Intelligible Tutorials. In the previous session, I have discussed about the introduction of the automatic class indexing and introduction to the statistical indexing. In the statistical indexing, again it is divided into four different types. Number one, it is probabilistic weighting. Number two, it is Bayesian model. Number three, it is vector weighting. Number four, it is neural net models. Now I am going to discuss the first one, that is nothing but the probabilistic weighting here. So how the probabilistic weighting can be used, how it can be implemented in various ways. Okay. So now the statistics that are applied to the event data are, we have shown here probabilistic, Bayesian, vector and neural network. The same I have listed here. Okay. The static approach stores the single static. It also, as in the previous video we have discussed, the static approach that can be stored the occurrence of each and every item, higher frequency item and relevance of the frequency items in the case of term frequencies as in the case of the document frequencies. And sometimes in the Boolean cases also, if the word occurs, it can represent as 1. If it is not occurs, it can represent as 0. Like that, the static approach can be used in various ways. And now, it is always related to always whatever things, the occurrences that will be perfectly maintained in one single database, and it is domain specific. The words can be searched with the help of the domain. For example, what are the various kinds of the domains? The pharmaceutical terms are kept aside, the computer related terms are kept aside. Like that, the domain specific words can be classified in the various ways. So this is also called as one kind of the statistical indexing. This is also one of the features that occurs in the statistical indexing. Okay, and what are the various ranges? These things already we have discussed. Once again, I am clearly giving the broadest range of the statistical techniques contain indexing techniques, filters, top list and stemming algorithms. All can be used to reduce the number of tokens to be processed. Okay, so all these algorithms that can facilitate you to improve the search process and to reduce the burden of the search, to improve the process of the search. Okay, the first one of the statistical indexing is nothing but the probabilistic weighting. What are the contents of the probabilistic weighting? Now we are going to see. The probabilistic approach always based upon the direct application of the probability theory. So we can directly apply whatever the probabilistic problems that are there we can directly apply. And it is having one of the advantages that is used to develop the formal theory of the probability to the direct algorithmic development. We can directly apply the probability formulas here for all the terms, for all the term frequencies, whatever it is there. So we can directly apply whatever formulas that are existing in the probabilistic weighting indirectly to the terms in this probabilistic weighting. Next, one more thing, it also leads to the invariant result that facilitates integration of the result from different databases, and it can differentiate from other databases, and it also leads to separate results can be stored and integration of the results from the different kinds of the database. Invariant results are used here. Okay, so this is one of the advantage. The next one, the use of the probability theory is one of the advantage here because it is the basis of the evidential reasoning done because it is drawing the conclusions from the evidence. Evidence means whether the particular term or the item that is existing or not. Okay, so if it is existing based on the evidence only, it is calculating the conclusions, it is drawing the conclusions. So it is a powerful theory and a perfect theory for the term occurrences and how the terms are occurring in various kinds of the documents. Okay, so and one more thing, it is summarized by the probability ranking principle and its plausible corollary. These calculations, what can we calculate with the base of the evidential drawing and evidential reasoning, can be summarized as two different terms. Number one, it is probability ranking principle PRP, and number two, it is plausible corollary. Okay, so drawing conclusions can be stored in or summarized in two different ways based on the evidence of the terms. Those are probability ranking principle and plausible corollary. Next feature is the probability indexing stores the information that are used to calculating the probability that a particular item satisfies to a particular query. So whatever information stored by the probabilistic indexing, that must be satisfied by the query. Okay, so that are used in calculating the probability. The item, whatever the user want to search, he posed one query. So based on that query, relevant to the query, whatever terms that are existing, all these terms can be calculated with the help of the probabilistic indexing. Okay, so probabilistic indexing also helps you to calculate the items, whatever those are satisfied by the user posed queries. Next, previous slide we have seen that probabilistic weighting can be represented in two different ways. Whatever information that can be calculated based on the evidence in drawing can be summarized in two ways. Number one, that is probability ranking principle, PRP, and its plausible corollary. These two can have two different things. Here we need to talk about two different things. Number one, it is hypothesis. What is the hypothesis actually? And on this we can apply all this probability ranking principle and plausible corollary. What is the hypothesis? It contains a collection of list of words ranking based on the occurrences. Hypothesis normally contain the list of the terms and the list of the items, whatever it is, based on the ranking of the occurrences. Highest ranking means that particular item or term is existing more number of the times. Lowest ranking means that particular item or the term is existing less number of the times. So hypothesis contains all these list of the items along with the occurrences in the form of the rankings. Okay. So now we are going to see the plausible corollary. What is the meaning of the plausible corollary? The most promising source of the techniques for estimating the probabilities of usefulness for output ranking in IR standard, probability theory and statistics. Okay, various kinds of the techniques. The plausible corollary, we use various kinds of the techniques, promising techniques for estimating of the probabilities and calculating the rankings for the information retrieval systems with the help of the statistics. Here we will use. In the plausible corollary means what? It provides a certain number of the techniques, certain promising source of the techniques for estimating the probabilities and for calculating the probabilities based on the statistics of all the items and item rankings in the information retrieval systems. So what the hypothesis contains? The hypothesis contains the set of the items and their occurrences in the form of the rankings. Okay, so least rank means what? Less number of the occurrences. Highest ranking means what? High number of the occurrences. And what is the plausible corollary? It contains the most promising source of the techniques and the application of the various kinds of the techniques on the items and their rankings. Okay, so to apply for estimating their probabilities and their usefulness on the output of the ranking. Okay, so these are the techniques that can be used for the statistical techniques. Okay, so next we are going to see this plausible corollary, whatever techniques those are there that can be represented with the following equation. Let us see the equation of these techniques, what are they are going to use. So here one of the technique that we are going to use here, this can be represented with the help of the following equation, that is log O of R by Q1 Dj Tk C0 plus C1 V1 plus dash dash up to Cn Vn. This is one kind of the equation. Okay, so here we need to talk about the log O. So what is the meaning of the log O here? Log O is the logarithm of odds of relevance of the term which represent the document and query. So logarithm of odds means what? The relevance of the terms which is present in the document and the query. Whenever we take one term, the relevance of the term can be represented with the logarithm of odds. Okay, the logarithm that the query is relevant to the documents is the sum of the log odds for all the items. What is the logarithm of odds of an item? It contains all the relevant items in the document of that particular term it contains. How can we calculate the logarithm of the query now? The logarithm of the query is relevant to the document. It is sum of all the log odds of all the terms. One term logarithm of odds is calculated by the term of the particular term the term frequency or the term relevant frequency. And coming to the document, the query is relevant to the document. The logarithm of the entire query can be calculated as the sum of all the log odds of the terms. Okay, so like that, term log odds are different from the document log odds. Okay, So like that it is differentiated the log co-equation. This is nothing but this particular probabilistic weighting. So once again we will see from the starting onwards what are the important things we have seen in the probabilistic weighting. Okay, so it is one of the statistical indexing. In the statistical indexing, we are going to talk about the probabilistic weighting. In the probabilistic weighting, again it is having the statistical indexing. It is one of the good technique. So here it stores the single statistic and the relevant of the items in the form of the occurrences. Here in the statistical indexing, it can calculate the occurrences of the events within the document in the case of the term frequency and as well as the document frequency, as we discussed in the previous classes, previous videos. Statistical strategies cover the broadest range of indexing techniques, filters, stemming algorithms and stop list algorithms. Now directly we come into the probabilistic weighting. It is based on the direct application of the probability theory. It has the advantage to develop the formal theory of the algorithmic development and invariant results also it stores. It stores all the occurrences and relevance of the items in a database, and it is very good choice of drawing of the conclusions, and because it is calculate the occurrence of the items based on the evidences itself, and it is summarize the probability ranking principle and plausible corollary. So what is the probabilistic indexing stores? It stores the information of the calculating the probability which satisfies the particular query of the item. Okay, so whether the query of the item is existing or not, how many number of the occurrences, based on that it can stores the information in the respective databases. Next, this is summarized by the probability ranking principle, and hypothesis is given as the collection of list of words, and plausible corollary is nothing but the efficient collection of the techniques for estimating of the probabilities. And it can represented in the following equation: log O of R Q I D J T K is equal to CO plus C1 B1 plus up to Cn Bn. What is the log O? The logarithm of odds of the relevance of the terms in the particular query. And query logarithm is represented as all the log odds of within the document. So like that the probability indexing can play a vital role in the statistical indexing, can enhance the search and the statistical indexing. So in the coming videos we talk about the other methods of the statistical indexing. So what are the other methods? Those are Bayesian model, vector weighting and neural net models. For more videos of this information retrieval systems, please subscribe the channel Intelligible Tutorials. Thank you one and all.